when COVID came, we were all known for education support, helping kids do their homework, make sure that they're meeting standards, make sure that they're passing their classes, and make sure they have the mentorship and the support they need from community center like ours. Our families, as soon as we knew what was going on, 90% of our families lost their jobs, and we reached out and we said, what do you guys need? And before we even got to the what do you guys need, families were flooding our doors and the phone lines, calling and saying, I get that you want to help my child learn, but what are you doing when my kid doesn't even have food to eat?
Back. And when COVID hit, it took us and spun us in a new direction where we had to go, okay, how do we continue and staying connected to the young people? We gave out over 90 plus tablets to young people. So we have Zoom calls and Zoom meetings. And so we started doing that throughout COVID. And then as things lightened up, but we still did one-on-ones. We still did house drop-ins because we still have to stay connected.
Everybody lost their job. So also it's not only to the job, because some of the women, they don't drive. They depend on the bus. And then the kids stay home. If you have 6, 7 kids, you don't drive. How you can go out? It's really hard. And then we locked down. So I connected with other people like the Rainier Valley Food Bank or like a fundraising. So we started giveaway for the weekly basket foods. And
with COVID, we immediately within a week, we're doing our programs online and realized that with online programming, we were able to reach a wider audience than we ever were before. So for example, we do at the end of the year, we do our Youth Leadership Summit where our own youth are sitting there and they are hosting and talking about what they've learned. And they did that this year online, and we were able to reach over 1,000 people in 5 days, which is bigger than we ever had before. Because
I have the liberty to contract people that was fired from her work, and to make masks. People that a group of women that sew masks for us when even the orders to use masks was out, but nobody has masks. So we're able to give masks to our students, to our families, and if we have leftovers, we give it to them.
So we work on a lot of legislation, policies, and ordinances with other people to try to push the system to go into a new direction. One of the biggest successes that we've had so far is the fact that we've been able to push through something called restorative community pathways. Restorative Community Pathways is a group of organizations that do community work, and we were able to put a proposal on the table with the prosecuting attorney's office and the King County judges to say, these charges here, push them out of the system for juveniles. Don't charge juveniles for these misdemeanor charges, even some lower level felony charges. Let them automatically qualify to go into community-based organizations and alternatives to get services, to help get housing, help get back in school, help with their education, tutoring, help get into college, help get job training, apprenticeships, internships. So we work with these young people to put them on the right path. And
we refer to shelter. We work with other refugee and immigrant women's places. So we refer. We don't have shelter. Even we don't have Muslim shelters too. The Muslim women shelter, they don't have it. But we refer other shelter, and then we tell them to our culture. Also, if they need interpret, we can interpret them.
And now, with what happened with the racial unrest, our program director, Reagan Jackson, started a Black Healing Group, which really, instead of having everyone go out and do all the protests and everything, really centered Black women, especially, so that they could heal through all of this.
As an organization, we strive to provide services that our community needs. We don't dictate what the needs in the community are. So when we do our parent leadership trainings, we bring them in and we say, here's the topic we want to talk about. How do you build relationship with the schools? Is that something you're interested in? And sometimes they push back and go, no, that's not what I want. What I need is how can I get support in my special need with my kid in the class? How can I communicate with the teacher in a way that's respectful so I don't feel like I'm not welcome?
Internet safety also is really important because kids, you never know where they are going to that after to their class. When they have it access for the computers, it's really important to the mothers also to know. So we are going to teach next week or following week when we get to the centers to teach them for like internet safety.
It's like a sense of fresh air where you can relax and you can do better, better your job. So it's not just make the organization in general to run smoothly, enables to innovation to do things that we can mostly the times are so restricted to do. When it's an special need and about materials, about food, about a special need for one specific member of the community that need a special help, we have the liberty to use this money.
And supported that effort. We were able to get technology to the families because they need it. The kids didn't have the technology they need. We were able to get food. We were able to get rental assistance. We are continuously doing that work. We're able to get food vouchers and gift cards to families. We are buying food for families, delivering food. You name it, we're doing it because they asked for it.
So Community Passageways has been fighting for the community and fighting for the system to change. And the system is slowly starting to change and move in a direction of restorative justice practices so that we can stop the onslaught of so many Black and brown bodies going through the criminal justice system, losing hope, not having opportunity, and feeling like their life is worthless.
The biggest thing for us is that we're able to serve and center our BIPOC youth so that they come out of here really learning what their leadership looks like and really being able to go out into their communities and be the leader, whether that's in your family, you know, in your community, in your school, that they know what their leadership looks like. And that
it's really, you have a lot of power as a philanthropist and as a funders to please talk with other organizations and other philanthropist foundations, and please talk about what importance is for the organizations to have unrestricted funds because you are so powerful. Thank you.